What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. It's our D&D 5th edition campaign. I, of course, your GM, your DM for the night. And we are joined by the full cast and crew. Everyone is here. Everyone is present. And we are in quite a predicament. Well, kind of. Not really. We'll see. Regardless, though, by now you should know who all the players are at this point. And we are going to just kick straight into the show notes here. So, last we left off, the crew of the White Skill Band has found themselves far to the north, on the edges of what would be considered the territory of the dynasty, where it somewhat butts up against that of the Draconia Kingdom. In the far-off fortress, known as the Iron Fortress, the last bastion of civilization before you get into the untamed frozen wilderness that lies beyond. You were hosted, quite graciously, by none other than Captain Barlock Redclaw, a individual from Rogar's far distant past, whom accepted his presence with open arms, allowing all of you to have your own rooms to stay in, gave you adequate means of clothing yourself as best he could, as well as supplying you with rations and a map, which all of you should have in your possession, of the frozen wastes. And you were sent off with the only stipulation being that he has lost contact with the furthest outpost out from his station, that being Ackridge's Haven. And he simply asked for, in return for supplying you with the cold weather gear, supplies, climbing equipment, so on and so forth, that your holy man, the Oracle of Blades here, deliver a message letting him know the fate of his outpost, since they have not had communication for months. You decided on a way to get to said location, to expedite your route further north, wherever that may be. You had many options at your disposal as far as leaving the fortress. The unfortunate predicament is that it is currently being sieged by a rather sizable barbarian horde of mutated humanoid creatures, accompanied by supposedly frost giants. In addition to this, the entire area has been blanketed in a thick, almost like snowy presence, making visibility very limiting. It's hard to get numbers of enemy positions and even locations, especially with rocks being hurled through the blind outreaches into the fortress itself. With these conditions, however, you were given the option of possibly moving straight through the center lines. There's a good chance you may not have been seen whatsoever. A little high risk, but possibly high reward. Would have cut off quite a bit of time. You were also given the option of backtracking, going south to the mines of Narfu, which would link down into the Underdark, which could then be used to traverse beneath the front lines of this supposed occupation. But you opted to instead leave the fortress from the south, and then you made your ways into the mountains of the Draconia Kingdom, to the west, easily scaling the natural kind of rock formations and whatnot into the tree line, mostly due to the fact that both Velree and Zoom are able to just simply walk on surfaces. And Rogar, being somewhat of a very expert climber himself, the only people really needing some help was Tristan Farrell in his less than desirable state. So, with that, you manage to scale your way through the mountains down into the remaining fortress on the northern side. It took you a full day. You decided to move forward at that point. You didn't want to venture too much farther west, out of perhaps maybe losing your path, losing a marker point of which location you should be moving forward. However, you came across a small war band, a splinter of the larger barbarian horde, trapezing through the woods. Through a very successful stealthing maneuver from the lot of you, you laid in wait and you ultimately decided to ambush the party, hoping to maybe make things a little bit easier on Captain Redclaw, and give you a little glimpse of what these barbarians in fact look like, which they were twisted amalgamations of hobgoblin and goblin forms, strangely warped and tainted by the surge of possibly almost like radioactive tendencies of the ember material that suffices the frigid wastes. With that being said, you dispatched this band very quickly. Trist, in fact, blew them up with a massive delayed fireball blast that annihilated more than half of them. And the rest of you proceeded to pick them off with relatively no issues. Even in their mutated, more creepy forms, nothing compared to the seasoned veterans that is the White Scale Band. But after you finish them off, the last bodies lie dead. Velree's handmaids ripping apart and savaging one of the many corpses. Zune almost falling into a similar predicament, but was able to hold out. And that is where we're picking up. So, the gluttonous sounds of the handmaids, Zyme as well, ripping and tearing into the flesh, consuming the tainted meat that were these creatures, while Velree and Zune kind of look on, Zune somewhat salivating, in horror perhaps, but also a strange desire to feast as well. What's everybody doing?
I will be wiping the drool off of my face and turning away.
Okay. Zune turns away. Try not to look at the sight. This is some of them are even cooked, Zune, as Trist fried them for you. The smell of burnt flesh wafting into your nostrils. Tantalizing.
Would that be tantalizing, though? Would it?
In a strange way. Maybe due to your new physiology.
I don't know, just break off a little piece of crispy skin. Just like a turkey, nice. Well, moving on.
So what are we doing?
Was there anything to investigate in their remains for fun stuff?
As far as you can tell, they have very simple, primitive kind of
that's right.
like stuff.
Yeah.
And most of the things they had on their person were destroyed in the fireball.
Right.
And that all that wasn't seemed to be questionable if you should be taking it anyway. Primitive weapons that would do none of you any good compared to what you have. And then there doesn't appear to be any kind of like healing poultices or anything of that sort on their persons. In fact, they seem more feral than they did intellectual.
Can we do a medicine check to sort of figure out what exactly it is we're dealing with? I know you said that they had a piece of like corrupted ember that seemed to be the cause. And we
you see like pulsing in several of the bodies are slivers of this ember that has kind of taken on this kind of like black color. Normally it's kind of like a deep blue or green, and it's this really black, dark material.
do these look like miners?
They do not. They do not look like miners.
Okay.
Now, does somebody want to investigate the ember, or does somebody want to investigate the bodies?
I'm fine with investigating the bodies. Actually, Rosire, you probably have a higher medicine check than me. I'm willing to bet. You're on mute.
Rosire's muted.
Not only that, and then I put my mouse into high res mode, so of course it wasn't tracking anymore. I have +4 for medicine. So is that better?
No, I'm +5.
Okay.
Oh,
Dang. I have insight. Really good at insight.
Zune gets proficiency, a half proficiency in everything, so it's usually a little bit better.
Yeah, that's fair. That does help.
So then I'd like to do a medicine check with some bardic inspiration.
Oh, inspire yourself. Why
inspire
not?
myself. I'm going to sing a little ditty. I'm going to need to sing a little ditty to myself as I do this.
I see, a 7.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Let's roll that inspiration.
7
12
plus 7, so 14. I'm not great at this.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Looking over the bodies, this is probably something you don't do very often, Zune. But looking over the corpses, you can tell that looking over one of the goblin corpses, it's quite obvious this was a goblin, but it looks like 2 goblins have become one. And that appears to be the kind of what's happened multiple times over as you're looking over some of these bodies. Like they have strange appendages. Most of them have 2 faces, like one on the side and then one on the front. The taller humanoid figures have the more orange pinkish skin of hobgoblins, but they have strange tendrils and things growing out of their bodies that is not quite natural in its presentation. It's quite obvious with the 14 that these were in fact goblinoids at some point. However, you don't have a ton of experience with this kind of corruption from Ember. You probably heard of it. Trist would have definitely heard of like the dangers of working with raw Ember in its unrefined state. And there have been times when people have taken on strange, otherworldly, far-off appearances from being in close proximity to a raw material source.
Trist, you're kind of weird. Can you tell me, what do you think? Oh, could you cast darkness, or do you want me to put something over your head? And if you could just have a look at this. I've got like a cowl or something I could put over your head if you want to lean close to it, and maybe you can see it.
Yes. Am I doing investigation?
I mean, at some point that could restore your stats, Trist. It would be no big deal, huh?
Are you
Bedroll over his
just
head?
looking at the bodies, Trist, or are you going to look at the shard of Ember? Because that'll determine the check.
I believe it's the shard of Ember.
Okay, make an Arcana check then.
Gonna 17.
Okay. How are you looking at this, Trist?
I believe Zune just threw a
I threw a bedroll over
thing
his
over
head.
my head.
So you're pretty close then, Trist, one might say.
I mean, I'd imagine it was handed to me.
Yep. You kind of get down low over one of the bodies with the cowl over your head, very close to the shard. Looking down on it, it is completely black, Trist, with your devilish eyes glowing from within. as you're looking it over, you've worked with Ember before, but never in its completely raw crystalline state that you see. It's usually at least at a minimum, it's been powdered in a refining process. As you're looking down at it, you can feel a strange anomaly within, Trist. Specifically, you in particular. With a 17, you can tell that this crystal is leaking what can only be described as temporal decay. Something to do with usually this is something you would see at a thin place, a place where the realms are beginning to erode against each other. This happens in the world occasionally, but never in such a localized event. This ember appears to be acting as a gateway to a different place entirely, bringing with it a unnatural and strange decay, or I don't know, form of new life, maybe? It's hard to tell.
Explaining all that, assuming that's where the infected goblin people, what happened to them? And I don't want any of that on my person.
No, you do not, Trist. Especially because as you are investigating it, you see that the ember itself pulses occasionally, almost like it's living.
Yes. Yeah, no thanks. Dropping it. Don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Should we burn it?
Maybe you can attempt.
You could attempt.
Far away.
The unit didn't catch fire in the fireball already.
The corpses that Trist flash fried with his fireball did burn in their entirety, including the shards of ember that were in their person.
Seems like a good idea. I think we should burn these. I don't want to touch them if I don't even... Does anyone have a fire cantrip? Or is this something we're going to have to get down and dirty with?
I mean, we could light a match or light a...
Oh, I mean, I got Sacred Flame. I could set some stuff on fire.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame's more divine.
I have light. I mean, if we need
That's
to see, we
also
can see.
divine.
I
What's
mean,
that?
we could
We
see
need,
what
we need
happens.
flame, not radiant.
Oh, flame. Oh, I got you. I mean,
Which Trist does have, you know.
Mhm.
yeah, he can pull up some
Fire
stuff.
bolts. He's going to explode
Yes.
people
I
with
just have
it.
to sit there and keep.
Yeah.
It's going to be like DBZ. He's going to... Yes. You make a pile of the corpses, kind of near some of the ones that are still burning, I'm assuming. Now, I will say you also notice that the flames quickly go out, the ones that Trist initially exploded, just to the very nature of the location you're in. It is so cold that it draws the literal heat out of those flames, and they die down very quickly, unnaturally so. But with enough effort, it can be done. The radiance keeping some of the chill at bay, and you successfully burn all of the bodies.
So, Rogar, is this a common occurrence here? Is this something else you forgot to tell us about that we can be made privy to now?
I think Rogar has seen mutants before. I don't know if they're this variety.
Not necessarily this twisted, but you have seen bizarre things out here for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially where your tribe actually makes their home. There are like strange abominations that walk the world that you'd probably just think were commonplace. To others, they would not be.
I have not seen this particular type of creature, but there are many bizarre things that live here in the frigid wastes.
Fantastic. All right.
Can we kind of make looking at their like tracks, like where they're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a direction of like where they were headed from.
Tracks would be easy to follow, especially in
Okay.
the snow. It's currently not like blizzarding or anything right now, so there's still fresh prints.
Okay.
But one thing you do notice, Rogar, you're experienced in the cold.
Mhm.
This group doesn't appear to have cohesion. As you're kind of looking and following their prints, they appear to just kind of like have like managed to roam together at some point from different parts.
Okay.
Their general direction is from the kind of like northeast somewhat, but it doesn't look like they all came as a group. They just kind of ended up being a group at some point.
Yeah. I suggest we move forward. The nights here can get quite cold.
As Rogar says, not wearing any clothes except for his little butt flap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can make us a fortress, huh? If we need to camp.
That's
You
true.
still-
We might have to.
Daytime.
You still have time
Yeah.
to do some scouting or
Traveling. Yeah.
traveling.
But when the
I
time
agree.
comes.
So Rogar knows terrain relatively well. Not that you've been in this particular part of the waste, but where exactly would you guys like to go? Are you making a beeline for the small fort that was described to you, Ackridge's Haven? Because the most quick path will undoubtedly lead you through possibly the back lines of the barbarian horde. However, you could instead move to the north, and which will take you through, where's my map? Will take you towards the foot of the Children of the Mountains territory. It may be safer, but you also run the risk of running into the Children of the Mountain.
Does Rogar know who the children of the mountain are?
Now, you do know that they are giant kin in some way. Now, you do know that they are not frost giants because you hate frost giants, and you know that the frost giants actually lie within the Hjalmar's caverns. That's kind of where their tribe kind of like comes from.
Mm-hmm.
At least the largest collection of frost giants.
Yeah. I'll relay that information. We have two choices. Head north or skirt the back lines. We head north, we run the risk of going into the territory of the Children of the Mountain. Giants.
Like artistic giants that know how to carve sculptures that we are friends with, or like scary giants that eat us and grind our bones into paste.
Oh no.
Actually, can I do a knowledge history and see if there's any lore on the children?
You can give me a history check soon.
Like if
I'll
they're
say
super obscure.
DC is quite high.
Ooh.
Nat one. I've never heard of these people before.
Definitely not soon.
All you
I
know
think you made
is
this up.
Information
they
out
might
of the
be giants.
information out of the frigid wastes is slim to begin with, within the dynasty and within many other aspects of civilization in all of Draelora. The only one who's probably had any experience from this group would be Rogar, and he has not met anyone from this tribe.
Well, maybe they don't exist. So my money's on that versus definitely things that do exist, and we're throwing things at a fortress and making it shake.
Very
I
well.
vote the unknown danger.
I would not
Tris.
pass up an opportunity to fight some giants.
Why do we have to fight them, Rogar? Like,
Because
even if they do exist, why do we automatically jump to let's fight this thing that's like 50 feet bigger than us?
they're giants. They do not deserve your mercy.
I'm short. Like, that doesn't mean that I need to be systematically like wiped out, Rogar. You're very specious, and it's kind of disturbing for how much you judge us for like.
Rogar is specious against giants for sure. He's not like them.
Okay, well, I think you need to not start things with people who you don't know anything about, who could probably pretty easily take us out. I'm just saying that right now.
We will see.
Be
No
more
one's taking
open-minded.
me out soon. No one's taking
Well, that's
me
true.
out.
Aside from Velree, who will not be taken out. Triss, though, he's not going to see it coming. I'm sorry,
Literally.
Triss. It was too
Literally.
easy.
You literally won't.
Put a blanket on your head. I'm
Triss.
so sorry.
Just looking the other way. Everyone's talking.
Everyone's talking. He's just like gazing off in the distance somewhere.
Triss, can we do something for your eyes?
Can we draw
I can-
little like eyes?
That's not what I
He
meant.
has,
Can
he has,
literally cure him.
he has
I can
empty
literally
holes. There's
cure
nothing
him.
there. It's an
Usually
empty
I-
socket.
I think. I mean, it would have to be powerful magic for that. I think they said something to the effect like his because he tried to heal himself, but he couldn't. I believe.
Yes.
But I have some pretty powerful healing stuff right now.
I mean, maybe. I knew it had to be powerful. 'Cause he
Sire,
tried
can you
to.
bring his eyes back for real?
I mean, it's been a long time and no one offered anything before.
I
Offer this jacket.
I have true resurrection.
That's
can-
not gonna happen. Unless
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
know,
kill
I'm saying.
Trist right now and try to
Bring
bring him back.
Yeah,
He was like, "What?"
You know, I just want to resurrect his eyes.
This one sting for us.
That sting for just a little bit.
I know
Nope.
it sounds crazy, but
No big deal. No big deal.
Just turn away, not that it matters.
we
Right.
burn you to ash, then we bring you back perfectly new. You'll be fine.
Yeah, perfectly new.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but
I just want
I
to
mean-
wrap a cloth around and put googly eyes.
There is no guarantee that he will come back with eyes. FYI.
Yes. That's what I thought. I thought he went to a healer. And
Oh,
they were
it's
like,
not a blindness condition. He literally
No,
has
this
no
isn't a
eyes.
blindness condition. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
he
He
was
literally has no eyes.
ravaged by something beyond normal comprehension that literally
Mhm.
took his eyes from him.
Yes.
Yes.
Thought I had something.
If I could force him
gonna-
to attune to this cloak, I would. I
could.
would.
If you could put
Trist,
it on
I
him, he just
will-
can't attune.
I will
Just
tune
tune
on
on
to
him.
study, my
Sleep.
friend. I will find a way out
Well, he
of
has
this
to
fight.
attune to it.
Yeah.
He has to want to
Yeah.
do it.
He has to want to do it.
Why don't you want to attune to it? Why don't you want to be able to see Trist?
Because then I see everything and I can't look away from anything.
Yeah,
And a
that would
360-degree view, though.
So when we
Yeah,
go through
read
the
the
when we go through the
Jaunt?
far
It's
realm
gonna
of
be
see
like
Cthulhu,
that.
I can't look away. I'm just staring
Right.
at it.
But we're not going through there right now, and can't you take it off and have
Every
it?
time we
It's true.
I'm not-
travel, we go through it.
How about? I can't believe I'm saying this.
The last time we teleported, we went through it.
You did.
Yeah, but I'm
Just
not.
think-
I'm not teleporting right now. I'm not going to teleport because of all the horrible things that keep happening.
I need you to accept my handicap.
Just think of it. Just
Accept me for who I am.
Just think of all the
You're right. That was very ableist of me. I apologize, Trist.
I love it.
You just talked to
Well,
Rogar being specious, and now
You're right.
Oh my god. Oh
I mean,
my
Zune
god.
has no
Right.
place to talk about being a specious
It's
stir.
hilarious.
Let's be honest.
It takes one to know one. I'm just telling you how it is.
Just telling you how it is.
So,
Love it.
anyway,
Just
I
think of all the kinky
apologize,
shit you can do
Tris.
with that robe, bro.
if you wish to never see my sister naked again with your real eyes, then
Sure.
that is on you.
Never again.
And
You can see his sister in 360 degrees. You know,
360 degrees.
Hey,
about
if
that.
if I survive to the end,
you can
if I
see all
survive
of
to
it.
the end of the campaign, then I can put the robe on. It's all over.
Mm.
yeah, bro.
Also,
Speaking
the robe
of
looks
robes.
dumb as hell. It's covered in eyes.
It doesn't
That
look
was
dumb.
cool.
It's got
We could
eyeballs
bedazzle
all
it.
over it.
We could put glitter on it. We could do whatever you want to it.
That was cool.
It looks
We
cool.
could cover it.
This one looks cool. This looks like a cool robe
This
of
one looks
eyes.
cool, bro.
Trust.
Exactly.
We could put a robe on the robe, and then you don't
How
have
would
to
you
see
know?
it.
The eyes
You're a
have
blind
sunglasses
bastard.
on them.
It's true, you're blind. You don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I
If you're
read the
using it to see,
description.
can you even see? Is it like your eyes? Can you see your eyes? I don't know. All right. You know what? I hope we're walking as we're having this
Sure,
discussion.
of course.
Yeah, it's a
walking.
walk and talk.
I hope he
It's a walk and
trips
talk.
over a stick and falls face first in the snow. You know?
Damn it, man.
Quick.
As you
Whoops.
are shuffling through the woods, we decided to move further north, more safe, correct? Trapezing through the frigid wastes in the northern direction of what will be the territory of the Children of the Mountain, hoping to bypass and then kind of double back to get to Ackridge's Haven, which will be to your south after traveling. Now, you're not exactly sure of the exact location of the fort. You were given a description, but this is all of your first time being in this part of the wastes. So, you move as fast and as efficiently as you can, and then it comes down to time for most of you to begin to take your rests. Mainly Trist, Rogar, and Razire will need rest. Velree and Zune actually don't need, technically, to sleep. They just need to be in a inactive state for 4 hours. So
I can conjure us a nice little temple to stay in, and we can tell it to not allow
temple.
certain types of creatures in, and we can take a nice quiet
You're
night.
species.
Are vampires allowed in temples?
Razire,
If we
how
want them
much-
to,
So does that have a monetary cost, though?
a holy item worth 5 gold pieces.
Okay. Now, does it say that it consumes it every time?
What it do say, Temple of the Gods. All right.
Because if it's just
So,
something you have to have, then you're good. But if it consumes it every time, this could be a problem in the future.
Well, it's a holy symbol worth at least 5 gold pieces.
Mhm.
It doesn't say. Let's see, in addition, sensors. Casting this spell. It doesn't seem to say
It doesn't consume it?
consumes it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you just
wait,
need the
hold-
item, then you definitely have. You would easily have a holy symbol that could fit this description.
Right. And so basically, we can. It's fit to our description up to 120 foot on a side, and we can block any kind of one or more kinds of creatures from being able to enter. So
You can. You can do that. You can make a holy temple. You
Yep.
also have the magnificent temporal space that Tristan Varel's capable of conjuring.
Oh, that's true. He's got the tiny hut, doesn't he?
No, it's a full-on mansion.
It's a whole mansion.
Oh, that's
Like
right.
It's a pocket dimension.
The cool thing about this is if I cast it in the same place every day for a year, it becomes permanent.
It is.
So
It's a good way to keep a temple.
that's right. It's a great way to honor Our Lady, huh?
Mhm.
Our Lady
It
of
is.
Blade. So,
It is good, like if we need to lure someone in for a fight, because it
It's
lets
true.
people come
oh yeah,
in.
no, we can totally set up a fort
Um,
instantaneously.
But If we're just trying to rest for the night, probably the mansion's safer just because it doesn't allow anyone in there unless they have.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because if we leave one off the list, guess what's showing up?
Yeah.
It's the one you forgot, and it deals only psychic damage. Sounds like we're gonna be staying in a mansion, folks.
So, Trist, do you summon forth your temporal anomalies?
I forgot what spell level it is, because if it's...
You have all the way up to 9th level spells. You can upcast.
I know, but my 7th level one is burned, so I gotta make sure it wasn't a 7th level.
It is burned. Because you cast Delay Fireball and annihilated.
Let's see. What's that spell called?
Magnificent.
I got damn spells. It's only a 7th level. I can't upcast it, so a negative on the mansion.
You cast it at 8th level. It just doesn't do anything.
I don't even have it listed on here in 8th level.
No, you can still use an 8th level slot. It just doesn't give any extra
you don't
benefits.
Get any bonus for it, but you burn the slot.
Yeah, you still burn the slot. So
okay. Slot is burned.
All right. First, utilizing a little bit more complex of his more chronal magic to summon the mansion in question. The humble doorway is conjured, all of you stepping through, and a night can be had of full rest. Do you guys want to talk amongst each other, or do you want to just move on to the next day?
Chris, when you tried to get your eyes healed, what manner did you go about trying to get your eyes healed?
Wow. I believe I went to a cleric. I hope it was one.
I think it was.
And not just a street peddler.
So they would have used regenerate.
He was a priest that was not capable of fixing his problems. Told him that he would need powerful magics to do so.
Before we go to sleep, could I try?
Sure. You sing the Song of Regeneration over Trist? What is the Song of Regeneration?
Ooh. Sing to me.
God.
I'm curious what it is.
It would have to be something soothing.
Soothing. Okay.
Thinking not anything like creepy and seductive, just kind of a soothing, calming. I just kind of think like you're doing yoga, that kind of music, just very calming, peaceful.
Careless Whispers. Except for it's you're never gonna see me again.
Yeah. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Good stuff. All right, Trist. Zoom, you begin to... you basically approach Trist in his study. He's reading his books by Braille, which you've already discovered that...
I'm not looking at his dirty smut.
The Braille is actually not Braille. It's actually a picture of your sister that he's just rubbing his hand across, visualizing in his mind's eye what he needs to have happen. But you approach him and you begin to assail him with the Song of Regeneration. And Trist, you do feel a vigor begin to return to your body. However, your eyes do not regrow.
Marking that
They
off.
still stay these empty, burnt-out looking sockets. It's as if he, like a hot fire poker, was drilled to where his eyes were. It's all singed and like matted, and you can see into his head.
I mean, I keep them covered. I don't want anything to get inside my eye holes.
Too real, bro.
Inside my eye holes? I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Eye
Dan.
holes.
he's like, damn it, this is too accurate.
Do we want a live demo? No. Give me a live demonstration.
I'm curious,
Poor
but
Trist.
not now, I guess. All right.
Damn it.
sorry. Now I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, if it's cool. All right. So, okay, tryst. All right. Well, marking that off, and I can't really use wish for this without taking some serious negative side effects.
Yes. I will
Oh
also.
yeah,
I
try
will
to get
warn
fancy
you,
with wish.
I will warn you that what was afflicted upon him was unnatural and did not obey the laws of reality.
No.
So just know that, wishes can be changed in strange ways, if need be.
Oh God.
But guess what? Wish is not natural either, you know?
It's true. It's not.
Perverse.
It might do horrible things to your body afterwards. So, yeah.
Oh, hold off on that. So, regeneration itself as a spell, marking that off.
It appears to not do what you want it to.
Right. And marking that spell slot, which I used wish to do that. So, all right. I will think further on this tryst. I would research in your library, but we all know what that will turn up.
I mean, you can try. I don't know where the books would be.
You know, I'm just a simple cleric, a servant of Our Lady. But does old Tryst, is he still blind? Huh? Seems weird, huh? Man out of time, wibbly wobbly.
We could take that tryst dice. That's actually a really good idea, Rosier.
Yes.
Take them and put them in our tryst.
I mean, he is dying anyway. Might as well.
Exactly, huh?
I don't know if he told
Surely
us
the
that.
eyes are still good. Probably a little, have to get Tryst some glasses. But glasses are better than no freaking eyes.
This is genius,
As I sit
Rosier.
here listening to this conversation.
Yes. Swirling his glass of brandy. Whatever it is.
Let's summon in this one and kill him.
An organ donor. That's actually really not a bad idea. We will do this.
Sounds great.
Devil Tryst, take his eyes. Look at the dick.
No downside.
No
No downside to
No
this plan
downside,
at
no.
all.
Sacrifice.
It's perfect. No loopholes.
This works. Okay, then I will put that away. Thank you, Rosier. You surprise me sometimes. I always think you're going to be a little bit snooty and above things, and then you pull something like this out, and I feel like, you would have really fit in with my family at some point. I'm gonna pat him on the back.
Full of many, many surprises, Blue Frank, no?
Yeah.
Dan, I just hope you're putting this level of effort into bringing my lover, that was never my lover, back. Thank you.
Oh, you resurrected.
Oh,
Can you
that's
resurrect the
right.
undead? No, I don't think you can bring the undead back from the undead.
You did promise me that. I'm just.
Oh, God.
I'm sure you're
no.
having a plan.
Oh no.
No, I appreciate the you reminding me. So, well, I've got an idea there. I have an idea. I need to take a nap, and give me a day and an hour.
Okay.
With that, the handmaids make up your bed, Velree, for you. They watch over you as you rest, stoically.
Yes, I still like to climb to the ceiling.
They kind of move some things out of the way, allowing you a more easy climb up and down.
Oh, of course.
What do I want to do?
Is that Zune?
Before bedtime, I want to practice climbing walls because that sounds like fun. So,
It's not much practice, as you just literally walk, put your foot on it, and you stick to it if you want it to.
Does hair defy gravity and everything,
Nope.
or is it just hair in
Nope.
the face? All right.
Hair does not defy gravity.
Not defy gravity.
You can cling to the walls almost spider-like with your hands and feet.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I will spend the evening doing that and tryst study.
Yep. Zune's just kind of walking around the ceiling, Probably doing some thrusting maneuvers, getting some practice in. It's like,
Yeah.
I can
hear
make this happen.
random strange noises.
Look at all the possibilities.
Seaplane falls on you, some drywall.
Oops. But as that great visual image assaults our senses, we will get a full rest. The next morning, you guys were all fed. You can eat in the mansion, which is nice. So you don't have to dip into your rations until the next day.
And also have a hero's feast.
Do you want to spend the money on a hero's feast?
No, I'm just saying. At some point, we can have it.
It requires a chalice full of studded with gems and things like that.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. At some point, we can have it, you know?
I do have a general question.
Yes, Velree.
Can I use Call the Hunt?
Mm-hmm.
And I get all those temporary hit points?
Yes.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Does the temporary hit points last until, like, we take a break or whatever? Okay.
They do. Yeah,
Okay,
they
cool.
last until you take a long rest,
Okay.
if you still have them.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the next morning, all of you leave out of the mansion to a similar wooded, snow-filled density, or maybe not. I need someone to roll me a d20 and see what the weather is like outside.
It is my time to shine.
All right.
1d20. Rolling right up. Boom. Oh, a 7.
7.
I love these rolls where the number is literally just what happens. And there's, I don't know if a 7's bad.
A 7 is... I don't think that's... Okay. All right. So with a 7, looks like, because this would be considered winter. Yeah. All right. It is going to be snowing. Actively snowing. Not a torrential, like, downpour of snow, but enough that it might be hard to pick up tracks after they've been left for too long, which might be a good thing because it'll be hard for someone to follow you as well unless they are using unnatural means to do so. But as you move out of your current predicament, I'm going to need one of you to roll me another d20 for travel. This is just appeared to be You begin to move north, taking the majority of the day to trek through the snow. Rogar leading the pack, so to say. All of you staying very bunched up. Strangely enough, Zune and Velree, you don't feel the cold as much as your more warm-blooded companions do, but it still is damaging to your flesh if you leave it exposed, forcing all of you to cover most of your faces and utilize the kind of like snow goggles that were given to you through your cold weather gear. Trist has to keep his face well covered as well. He doesn't want the inside of his sockets to freeze up. That would be bad. But with all of that happening, as you move forward, you do catch every now and then, Rogar, movement on the fringes of what you can sense and see, but nothing hostile or too overt. And a full day passes with you moving northward with nothing happening. Nice, safe travel. You are free to sleep for the night yet again,
A thing. Can I try to do a thing?
Sure. What are you going to do, Sue?
Okay. I am going to use Wish for one of its intended purposes to try to create a 25,000 gold piece value diamond.
Okay.
And
what song is this, Zune? Tell me what song produces a 25,000 gold worth diamond?
Diamonds are forever.
They are. Oh, actually,
Shine on you, crazy diamond.
It doesn't have to be huge because I can create the value in my wish, so I can wish for something smaller that's worth that much, correct? I don't know what the limitations are.
We'll see.
I've never had wish. Okay, I'm going to wish for...
We'll find out.
I'm going to wish for it to be 25 gold piece in value. 25,000 gold piece in value.
Okay.
And as small as it can be while retaining that value.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to try to.
So, you're doing this within the mansion, correct?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck, you're making me feel nervous. Should I go outside? I'm gonna go outside to do this.
Sure, you want to go outside and do it?
It can be up to 300 feet, Zune. Keep in mind, it can be up to 300 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this outside. I'm not gonna do this inside Trist Mansion.
So you're doing it outside in the frigid wastes?
Yes.
With the protection of Rizar nearby, so don't take
I feel like
it
it's
lightly.
trick soon. I feel like you should do
It's
it.
always a trick with this guy.
I promised you.
What song is are you going to use, Zune? I want to know what song this is.
God damn it. Song of Stupidity. I know. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
That's good too.
A favorite of mine.
That fits our vibe a little better.
So you leave the mansion to do this. You don't want to do it inside the mansion.
Velree in the Sky with Diamonds.
All right.
Yep,
Soon.
I'm going to do it right outside the mansion.
I'd love it.
Okay.
I'm there too.
Begin
I'm just there too.
to prod the deepest recesses of bardic magic that has ever been tested in the material. Through your ascension with your pact, you have come across some very powerful magics. One of them being this ability to just manifest your every whim. As you begin to attempt to bend your will through your song to create a diamond from nothing, you realize that the diamond will be created from things around you as you begin to sing the song, as elements of your surroundings are pulled inwards and churn together, creating a diamond about the size of a basketball.
It's big.
It's large. It's quite large. It looks raw. It doesn't look chiseled or cut or worked in any way. It's just a large stone that's created that just kind of like gathers and then just sits in the snow.
I will roll that into the mansion.
Okay. You move to touch the stone, Zune, and you feel a strange warmth emanating from it.
It's radioactive.
You see a fleck of some kind of black material at its core.
Maybe not. Maybe? I'm going to call into the mansion for Trist.
Trist can't leave the mansion.
Trist can't leave the mansion. Oh shit.
If he leaves it, it disappears.
I'm gonna call into the mansion for Rogar and Velree. I don't know. convey. You're smart. Is it okay? I don't need them. I don't need them for this. I can do this.
I don't know.
Right.
What do you want to do? I am there with you.
I want to make sure this thing doesn't. Is it the gross black ember that's going to get us all?
Oh, I see.
You don't know.
What would you
You
need
just
for
see a
that?
small sliver in the middle of this diamond of something.
Was created from the elements around. Does the heat seem to have dissipated at all? Like, is it just warm from having been made, or is it steady rocking some vibes?
It's hard to tell.
Yikes.
Currently, it's just sitting outside in the snow.
Yabba dabba doo, man. Wow.
I'm gonna ask for the bag of holding.
Yeah, we need the bag of holding.
And I'm going to shove it into the bag of holding. Oh my god, quit looking like that, Anthony. Fine, I'll leave
what?
it.
No.
Yeah, what?
What?
No, just...
I did nothing.
It does need to go into the bag of holding.
It does it.
Rogar brings the
usually
bag.
what happens in movies.
What have you done? A colossal gym.
It's massive. Yes.
I did a thing.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Thank you. I know this is the first time I've done this, but I really don't want to leave it. I put a lot of effort into this, but at the same time, it looks like there's some of that ember in the very middle that made things go crazy.
Can Rogar see the black fleck as well, or is it?
It's minuscule. It's small. But if you move to touch it, Rogar, it feels cold.
Does it still feel warm to me?
Do you touch it, Zoom?
Yes.
You feel a strange warmth emanating from it, Zoom.
Did I just put myself in it like a dumbass?
It is cold.
I'm gonna.
Do you want Razire to touch it?
Should I put it in the bag?
Razire will touch it, of course.
Razire, of course, touches it. Razire, you do feel a nothing. It feels cold.
It's cold, huh?
I'm gonna touch it.
Velree touches it. It feels cold to Velree. The one who has to touch it is Tristan Farrell, and he's inside the mansion.
We have
Let's
to take
wheel
it to
this
Trist.
inside.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna shove it inside the mansion. It's fine. This is okay.
How much does it weigh?
A lot. It's
it's heavy, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty heavy.
We can get it
Basketball-sized diamond.
Like
Yeah,
a bowling ball.
It's heavy. Yeah, like it's probably. I don't know how much a damn diamond weighs raw. I'm assuming it's probably not as much as we think, though.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like it's heavy, but not as heavy as you.
Yeah,
think.
not as. It's not like. Yeah.
It's probably like
it's
50
crazy.
pounds, not 100 pounds.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Which is still a lot of pounds, but.
Yeah.
So then, am I putting it in the bag of holding?
Or you just bringing it in for Triss to touch?
I'm gonna wheel it in.
Maybe we
and
carry it in
ask Tris to
first.
tell me things.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we carry it in first.
Who carries
Let Triss
it?
tell us that it's between Rogar and I. We can get it in there.
Well, who wants to carry it?
I will carry it because I am wholly protected.
Uzziah grabs the Lord's gem and walks into the
What you want?
magnificent
Do you-
space.
No, just carry it. Do I get to just carry it?
Just carry it in. Do you want Triss to touch it? Do you summon Triss?
I'm not touching.
Triss refuses to touch it.
There it is.
Chris, you won't even know if you're touching. I can just wheel it.
He won't
at
even
you.
know.
He's
Just
dropping
your
his
hand
lap.
Yeah.
Can't force me to touch things.
I'm gonna put it on his
Fuck, I can.
lap.
When you like move to press it against Triss' flesh, he'd have a hard time dodging it. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean,
he's blind.
Let's just violate his
agile.
consent. Let's be honest.
He wasn't agile to begin with.
Shit.
True, I'm handicapped. Just beat up on the handicap.
Here.
Yeah.
That's
You touch
true.
him. You touch him with the gem, and Triss, you do feel a warm pulse emanating from it.
Oh damn!
Is it a good warm pulse or is it a bad warm pulse?
I don't know,
It
man.
feels
My other senses are heightened.
it feels tingly.
Yes.
And it feels
A good tingle?
Trist, you feel as it touches you, Trist, you feel the same temporal anomaly that you felt from the bodies. However, you feel like you could use this, Trist.
That just creates wondering.
This, whatever this is, could be used to bring things into existence that should not.
My eyeballs.
I love it.
I'm going to assume
My eyes.
that this is something to do with Zune.
You're correct.
Yes.
You're welcome.
He's
I think we
been
all
a
had some
wild
idea,
one
though.
since his transformation. He's been trying to help everybody with all kinds of things.
I'm trying to help Velree with this. This has nothing to do with you. Do you want my massive rock that you didn't want to touch now? Do you want it now, Triss? Is it amazing now? Have you changed your mind?
I guess you can put it in the bag of holding if you're trying to help Velree.
You know, it's kind of annoying how you keep acting like I'm trying to help you guys when I'm just trying to settle debts from the amount of times you guys have helped me. And I'm just going to slam it on his desk.
It sounded like you were trying to help us.
No,
I would never.
I'm not
Never
helping
help you,
you.
damn it.
I'm settling debts.
I'm
All
doing you
right?
favors by settling debts. I'm not helping.
Help it, damn it.
It's not helping. Helping is altruistic. This isn't altruistic. This is me not owing you anything. There's an exchange here.
Exchange.
It's just an exchange. So quit getting all emotional and full of yourself. This is nothing like that.
I love it.
Because I can't cry anymore.
Ah,
Oh no.
gotta play the I lost my eyes card again. It's
Oh.
fantastic.
This
Well,
reminds me of the time you made fun of a crippled war hero because he had no legs.
I just remember
It did
that,
happen.
too.
It was bad.
No, he started a fight he couldn't finish.
Finish
So that
Couldn't
was
walk
different.
away, one might say.
Yes.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish it because you walked away and he couldn't.
Exactly. And frankly, that was on him.
Anyway,
Yes.
this giant
Oh.
rock of stuff. You plan to use it in what way?
I was going to possibly try to bring back someone that I may have inadvertently gotten killed while trying to be spiteful against someone else who deserved to die.
It could be anyone.
I was going to help Velree. Not help, I wasn't
big
going to help
liz.
her. The blue lizard that Velree likes, that I feel a little bad about ruining her chances with, but I'm not helping her. She has saved me many times. I am doing her a favor.
Was that ever proven?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't the guy just in camp and then walked away? No one ever knows.
No one knows.
We don't know.
We don't know if he died technically, I don't think.
No, we're
We
assuming he's
assume
dead. So help me God if he's alive, and I've been blamed for this whole time, but that's, we're not going to get into that.
We do a locator spell.
I can try scrying for him tomorrow. We can see.
Mm-hmm.
I
But-
feel like you should have did that before you summoned a 500-pound rock.
Look, all right. I didn't think that far ahead. And that's just where we're at right now. So I need you to stop looking into the past and, stick in the present with us today, Trist.
Stay in the present.
I can't look anywhere.
Trish looked saddened.
Leaving the
Trust-
present.
I
until we
looked
steal
to the
your
right,
ass from
everybody's
the
standing to
future.
the left.
Damn it, Trist. What do you think of this? Okay, fine. I'll use it
I
on
can't
you. Just
see it.
use everything.
Why are you flipping me off right now? I don't know.
Oh.
You are impossible. I don't know how in the hell you and my sister are a thing. I just don't get it. The two of you are horrible, horrible people.
Maybe that's why they are together.
You
Huh?
insult me.
Piece of shit.
I need your help. You know, fuck you, you son of a bitch.
I am
Oh.
sick of your attitude.
There you go.
Oh.
Fucking help me, you piece of shit.
So,
God.
come on, let's put on your big boy britches and let's. What are you thinking? You look intrigued by
I don't
this
know
thing.
if my big boy britches are on right now.
You can feel. I mean, they might still be with my sister. I don't know.
Have we slept yet? Is it dinner time?
No, it's dinner time. We have not slept yet.
You haven't slept yet.
Oh, I need a drink. This
A
adventure just started and Zoom's already.
Servant brings you a fine whiskey. Frist. Invisible servant.
So is it dangerous to use this? Do you think we can just use it for what we need? Or do you think it's going to do horrible things?
I mean, knowing our current luck, it probably will do horrible things.
What do you think, ballpark, the likelihood is of it doing horrible things?
80-20.
All right, can I do a knowledge arcana to see if this
Sure.
looks like
Zoom, make me an
It's going
Arcana check.
it's up?
Gonna split the fabric of reality.
21.
21. Zoom, it looks like this could be used as a spellcasting component, quite obviously.
Throw it at him.
Judging by Trist's reaction, you think that it may have some interesting properties that a normal formed diamond would not have.
And I tried. I'm Trist. Would you be open to me experimenting with this on your eyes?
After you,
Whoa.
Velree,
the things you
I'll
said
make
to me.
sure. Rogar and Trist make a good point. We don't know if he's dead or not. I can scry for it. We do need eyes. We need Trist to have eyes. It's really important.
I mean, we've gone half a year without him.
I thought we were just gonna kill old maid Trust for him.
But we
Not
could
doing
use this
that.
to transplant those eyes.
How about while we're debating this, you use your scrying spell? Since we're all gathered
wish. I already used the spell. I already used wish to make this. I did not plan that far ahead. I am not known for making plans.
You have a holy man that can scry.
Yes, scry. But do I know that though? I don't think it's ever come.
It does not
pulling
come
out on us this
up. I would
whole
need to
time.
take a moment. I would need to take a moment to prepare, but we could do scry, huh?
Yay! Yes.
allow me
that's good
to.
know,
Give me just a moment.
Please, scry.
I must take a moment. I'll recuse myself, yeah, and I'll go commune with Our Lady, huh, and
That's
prepare a new spell for
We
us.
could
huh?
say that he will have prepared it. You may use scry, Resire.
Fantastic, huh?
Mhm. One moment though.
It does requires a point of focus.
Well, and does it say they have to be on the same plane of existence as you?
They do have to be on the same
They
plane.
do.
Okay, so you would have to be
crap.
outside. You can't do it within the mansion because it's a different plane of existence.
He's already left. the mansion once,
I will
right?
go outside to scry, huh?
Is anybody going outside with him?
I would like some protection.
I'll go outside.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to focus. It requires intense
Velree.
concentration, huh?
And
I'll
Zoom
go outside
are
with
going
him.
outside with him.
Fantastic. I feel much better now.
Trist is left inside by himself. Where's Rogar?
Yes,
standing?
Tris is on his third glass right now.
What are you doing, Rogar?
I'll stay in with Trist. He seems lonely.
Yeah, you stand guard with Trist. He can't see, huh? He needs some eyes.
Velree, Zoom, and
I've also been
Resire.
insulted
You
multiple
would have-
times.
I know, just get dressed down. Piece of shit.
Move
You'll also
outside.
never know if you left him. So.
That's
Let's
horrible.
see. I
Rosire?
can hear and see a particular creature on the same plane of existence. They make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
And modified by how well I know them.
All right. I failed miserably.
Who am I looking for? Old Tree.
Well,
Looking
I guess it
for
doesn't matter now since Rosire doesn't know who he's looking for.
the lizard. The lizard man we were looking for.
The lizard man.
I
Thune?
believe
That's
he
what we
was-
talked about, huh? That's what we talked
Thune?
about.
His name was Thune, and he was a blue dragonborn. He wasn't a lizard.
Yes. Thune.
But, you know, that's okay.
That's racist.
Species.
All dragonborn look the same.
So
You know, the blue
you,
ones.
Rosire,
I
you have
concentrate
met.
heavily.
You didn't meet Thune.
I
I'm
did.
pretty sure
I did.
you did.
He did intimately.
So, Rosire, you begin to think of this dragonborn, the one that apparently Velree has some kind of connection with you did not know about. And as you begin to scry, you see the image of Thune and his gear very much alive. And he appears to be currently walking up to a large, magnanimous fortress that you would recognize as the one you just left.
Oh, yes.
That's too bad.
He's gonna kill me because
We're going
I
back.
talked about
I'm going back to
screwing
it!
his knowledge.
Ah,
Go back.
I figured that's what we have to do, huh? That's what we are after. We have to trace back our steps.
As you are out here, Rosire, I need Velree and Zune to give me perception tests.
Because I'm just kind of mumbling this as I'm
Rosire, you're
entranced.
focused on your spell. The other two will have to be on
What
the
is he
lookout
doing?
for
Why is
various
he here?
things.
He's going up these steps. I don't understand.
An 11 and a 13.
Oh no.
All right.
So is he alive, Rogar?
Let me check something real fast.
Hold on a second.
What's your passive perception, Rosire?
So that's a 14.
14.
Perception.
Okay. The snow has gotten even thicker. And let me roll a dice here. Zune, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Working on it. Do. And probably I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Okay. That's a 9.
2, 9 plus, please, dear God, 9 plus 8. All right, so that's what, 17? Yeah, 17.
You succeed. From off in the snow-blind distance, Zune, something catches your attention. A wave of fear begins to grip your body as you just see 2 blue glowing orbs out in the snow, about 10 or 12 feet off the ground. It locks eyes with you, and a wave of unnatural fear begins to course through your veins before you dispel it. And then the eyes blink out and are gone.
Okay. Then we gotta go. Time to go. Come on, kids, wrap it up. Just let's go. Let's go into the mansion. I'm gonna start grabbing them and dragging them into the mansion.
Velree, Zune, Rosire, you retreat into the confines of Trist's magnificent mansion. And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Sounds good.